You want radical? Here's radical. Check this out. So, wife and I are feeling rather stressed out right now. We are doing too much at the same time. We're both working full time. We got the two kids. We're maintaining the house as best we can. Okay. Yeah, I did clean the bathroom, but it only included the countertops and the toilet. I haven't washed the tub in, well, long enough that she mentioned it. So, whoops. Little things like that are just piling up. And we run a pretty clean house. We run a tight ship, so to say. We're really good on our budget. We're making sure the kids are raised right. But there's too much to handle for just us two. And what is the solution to that? We're not really sure because we don't live near family. We can't really afford a nanny. Daycare is out of the question. We're, we're not really sure how to bring in outside help. And we feel like we're too spread amongst all the things going on in our life, whether it's work or marital duties or raising the kids, all of it. It's like we're doing too much. And I wish there was a better way to explain that because the solution that we're coming up with doesn't really change it, but it changes our scope of duties, if you will. So she's working full time, she's raising the kids. I'm working full time, I'm raising the kids. We're both just running around trying to get chores done whenever we can, right? We cook all the food in home, we keep our budget real tight so we're not like going crazy on spending or anything like that. Sure, sure, sure. Um, but because we're doing all those things, none of those things are being done at 100%. None of those things are being done with the full strength of our ability. Where I feel frustrated because I'm not sitting down and working as much as I want to. I'm not leaning into that provider role as much as I feel I should. And she feels the opposite, but the same feeling, right? She's out working, feeling like that's wasting her time. She wants to be more of a caregiver. She wants to be a homemaker. She wants to be home raising the kids. And so we sat down and talked about this. And we're like, what can we do to kind of ease the stress that we're feeling? Because this tension is building up between us. We feel too spread out and we're not able to stay on top of every little thing that needs to get done well enough so that we're happy with our lives. Meaning like the tub gets cleaned once a month instead of once a week. Little things like that. But they add up and they're popping up everywhere. And we look at each other and we go, well, who's going to clean the tub? Is it her when she's watching the kids while I'm working? Is it me when it's like 10 p.m. and I just figured I finished up some work here and now I'm going to go clean the tub and the kids are sleeping and like I little things like that keep adding up because we're trying to do all of it at once. And we sat down and decided at the end of next year, the end of 2025, she's going to stop working. That is when she's done. That's when she's retiring. That's when she's coming home. And I mean, retire is kind of a rough term because if you've ever raised kids or been a homemaker, you know you're doing a lot of work. Okay. So she'll be stay at home at the end of 2025. January 1, 2026. Mom's at home. Okay, great. Whoa, whoa, wait. That means I'm going to have to make up the difference of income from her losing her job, for lack of a better term. Okay. And I mean, that's intimidating, right? You have a two income household, you're going to go down to one income. How do you do that? We live in a major city. Things are pretty expensive here. It's no joke. It's not the highest cost of living area, true, but it adds up. And frankly, I'm so over major cities. I'm For the last decade, I've lived in major cities from Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Arizona. I've lived in all of those states, all in major cities, and they're all packed with people and they all cost a lot of money. And we're just over it. She shares this sentiment with me. We're like, let's move somewhere less populated. Let's go somewhere cheaper. Okay, well, that will help the income problem, right? If we lower our cost of living. I don't know exactly how much it'll lower it, but moving somewhere, a smaller town, I think it'll help overall. I really do. And we cook all our food at home anyway, so it's not like that price is going to go drastically up. All right. A gallon of milk is a gallon of milk. If it adds $1 to the cost of that, so be it. We'll buy a cow. Don't worry about it. But we're done with major cities. We're done with her working because it's causing too much stress. You got to commute to work. I'm not commuting right now, but I'll probably have to commute come February when this whole remote work contract part ends. That's going to suck. Commuting's no fun. I'll commute to a job, but I want the commute to be, under a half an hour, not 90 minutes. No, 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 no. Too many people here. The cost of living's too high. We're going somewhere smaller. Okay, she's gonna stop working. Okay, that'll help out with household chores, with the divvying up of the responsibilities more. Because right now our duties are super mixed, right? And this doesn't mean I'm not gonna raise the kids. This doesn't mean I'm not gonna be around and spending time with them and teaching them valuable lessons. And like Saturday, she's going out to do something and I'm spending time alone with the kids. That's awesome. I love that. And we're gonna do those things. But you kind of divvy it up during the week. So she's taking care of household stuff. I'm taking care of money. Great. Does it make it easier? Maybe. Does it streamline all of these different pain points, stresses, the processes themselves? We're hoping. That's our plan. And it's what we feel called to do. I want to be providing more for my family. Which sounds kind of bad because the opposite of that is like spending less time with them. It's like spending less time raising them, spending less time cooking meals, spending like she'll do the cooking. She'll work on the cooking and cleaning, like I'm saying. But that's what she feels called to do. That's what she wants to do as a person, as a personal desire. That's what she's aching to have more of in her life rather than go into the office and do what she does. Great. So let's fulfill each other's desires. I want to work more. She wants to be at home more. Let's make it happen. And then that price tag of such a desire hits, like boom, no more income from her. How am I going to do it? Great question. That's a great question. I can lean more strongly into my career. Where I'm at right now, I bet you there's moves where I can advance. I bet you there are. If there aren't, we'll find some work. We're moving anyway. Probably. There's probably cheap areas in this area, and stay in state. Sure, sure, sure. But if we move to somewhere smaller, there's a job there I'm going to have to get. See what I can do about increasing my income through my career. Great. See what I can do about making money online. I have no idea how to do that. Making money online is apparently it's the easiest thing in the world, but I've made it a cumulative like $200. So it's a riddle that must be solved. And I'll figure it out. I got time. I have a year. And it's inspiring because it's like, hey, this is what we want to do. Now make it happen. And I don't know exactly what to do. I don't know exactly how to do it. I don't even know if it'll work. But I'm inspired. And I have ambition. And I have a fire in the belly. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to make this happen. And I'll figure it out. Success is really just it's an equation. There's the amount of time you're working with the effort that you're putting in, and then there's some luck, right? And you put in enough effort, you do it for long enough, and an opportunity comes by and you recognize it, and you're skilled enough to seize that opportunity because you've been putting in the hard work for it. Great. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to figure it out because we're going to bring her home. We're going to raise a happy family. We're going to have a jolly old time. And we're going to stop fighting about who's going to wash the bathroom, right? So thanks for the laugh. You all take care of yourselves. I'm going to go figure this thing out, and I hope you're having a great day. Talk to you later.